Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to talk about a really important part of being a forward, and that is rebounding. And there are many different ways, and I'm going to show you how you can perform the rebound. Hey guys, if you're enjoying these videos, make sure you subscribe. If we can grow as a community, it allows me to make more and even better videos, and it really makes a difference. So do me that one favor, hit that subscribe button, and let's get going. All right, so just from statistics, we know that most field goals are made inside the goal mouth. When you would draw a line from that line to the penalty spot and to that little line, we're talking about a triangle. Most field goals are made inside this area. Also, most penalty corners are won inside this area, which means that if you're a forward or an attacking midfielder or whoever comes here to try and get efficiency, it's really important to be really sharp and really aware of what you need to do in this area. And rebounds is a really important part of our game, simply because goalkeepers, they tend to make saves and these balls tend to drop here. We're talking about regaining, we're talking about steals, we're talking about deflections in front of goal, saves from goalkeepers. So there's a few different techniques that you can learn to make a rebound. And just to start off really simple, the forehand rebound is really important, and it seems like it's very easy, but it's not, because it determines quite a lot of focus and physicality to get ready for rebounds. So the first thing that's really important for me is the way your body position is. If you're just standing upright and the ball hits the goalkeeper, comes back, and you're upright, you're not going to be ready to respond to where the ball might be. So it's very simple. The lower you are to the ground, the easier you can respond to where the ball might come, and you can receive and score, or maybe even one-time score. So that's the first thing. Your body position needs to be low to the ground, so you can react quickly on what happens in front of your face. So when it comes to the forehand, you have two options. Either you receive and finish with a quick flick, or you do a one-time finish. And I'm going to try and show you both. So, do you want to take your game to the absolute next level? Then check out my Player Accelerator online course. The link is in the description below, and it's going to allow you to get to that standout player level that you've always wanted to be. Unleash your full potential with my online course, Player Accelerator. Check it out. Okay, so what's going to determine whether you can go one touch or two touch, as in receive, score, or score straight away, depends on if the ball's coming back flat or with a bounce, or if that you're in the right position. If the ball comes back and it's flat, you can finish with one touch, but it does mean you have to get your body behind the ball. So because you don't know where it's going to come, you need to be low to the ground so you can respond left, right, get your body behind the ball, and then it's easier to go one touch because you can have power on your wrists. If you're away from the ball, it's hard to get power with your wrists. If the ball comes back bouncing, you have two options how you want to receive. So if the ball comes back with a bounce, you can be upright, receive, and then score with a bit of a scoop. So you come in, receive, and then you try and keep the ball in front of you. If you have the ball next to you, you want to get your stick a bit more horizontal, so you can judge the height of the ball, and then from here you can trap and then score. So it's all about finding control in either receiving or doing a quick finish, and it also depends if the goalie charges. If the goalie charges, maybe a one touch is quicker, because then if you receive, then the goalie's in front of your nose. That's going to determine if you do the forehand with a one touch or a two touch. When it comes to the second rebound technique, on the reverse side, it makes it a bit more complicated because you have to make more decisions. So when the ball comes to your reverse, obviously you first have to trap the ball, or again you can finish one touch. However, there's an extra element because we have the backhand sweep finish as a technique. So when the ball comes back, in this case off the board, there I'm going to trap, and from here I can trap and finish with a little backhand lift to get the ball in the net. And I can also go one touch like this and try and score. So that's with my upright reverse. However, and that's actually something which can be really effective, when it comes to the reverse, you can actually place the ball quite far away from yourself, and with your wrists, you can come back and finish. Something which on the forehand side is much more difficult, because you can't make that angle on the forehand side because we don't use this part of the stick. We do use this side. So, for example, if the ball comes in, you can trap and then finish like that. So it takes a bit more time, but it does allow you to get more power on the rebound. It's easier to determine direction of the ball. So it's easier to steer if you want to go high or low. So for example, what I think is really effective is to go short angle and then high, because the goalkeeper's coming out like this and then he has to save with his stick. So, ball comes in, trap. I think that's the most effective one on the reverse. Okay, so a third variation, which can be really effective, is to put your body in between the goalkeeper and the ball. This means you're going to take a bit more time, but because you have your body in between, you can then choose a side and try and score. So what you're doing is the ball comes in either after a shot, or the ball is crossed in and it just falls in front of your nose. From here, now, you get yourself in a position where you put your back to the goalkeeper. And from there, you're in control of what's going to happen. So from here, you can move left and then finish with just a normal push. Or if the ball comes back and you have yourself here, now is the moment when you can lay the ball into space. And because on the reverse side, we have more reach because of our wrists, you can step back and try and finish like that. Oh, oh. Oh, nee. All right, so another technique is the one-touch slap shot finish. Probably the most difficult rebound to score, but if you can get the hang of it and you practice it, it can be really effective, because as we all know, the balls coming back from the goalkeeper, they don't often come back flat. They usually have a bounce. And if they have a bounce, you can get there first, you can finish with a slap shot, then it can be really effective. So how do we do that? We bring our right hand from our normal position play, maybe a bit lower, and from here, you're making more of a slap shot movement. So you're not going over the turf, you're lifting, and from here, like in ice hockey, the slap shot, you're trying to make a quick backswing and quick through the ball, which allows you to get a quick touch. And because of the speed of the stick, the ball will jump off, and you can try and profit from a bouncing rebound. Let me show you. Ja, dat is hem. All right, so there are 3-4 different types of rebound techniques. Practice those and improve your scoring ability in front of goal. Good luck. Leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next week.